Hey everyone, this is Lisa from the Rhinestone World. So in this video, I'm going to show you an easy and profitable product to use with your Silhouette Cameo or other vinyl cutter. I'm going to be talking about pantry labels and how you can maximize your profit using just a foot of our FDC decal vinyl. So all you have to do is type out your titles in a font that you like. So right here, I opened up a tab and I kind of started some. So these are in a font that I have. And what I did is I just typed out things that are, useful, things that a lot of people will have in their pantry. So sugar, quinoa, flour, oatmeal, coffee, and so on and so forth. So if you notice, I'm doing space between those. And the reason why is I'm going to be able to cut them into individual decals. That way, you can either do a set for someone or you can sell individual ones. So let's say this is one set right here. You can do this as your base package. Now you can get FDC decal for as low as 45 cents a foot. Okay, typically if you buy just 1 foot at a time, you're looking at about 95 cents a foot. Okay, so the most that you're going to pay is a little less than $1. So right here, if we go over here, each one of these labels can really be $2 a piece, $1 to $2. So if we have all of these here, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We have 12 here. Let's say we do $2 a piece. This is $24, right, on this sheet that we can sell these for. So if you factor in your tape and your labor, you're still looking at closer to like $20 in profit here. So we still have space down here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold down Alt, bring this down, and we're going to make copies of our common labels. So I'm holding out Alt to make a quick copy. So sugar, flour, I would say rice is another one. And we can probably sneak a tea right here too. So we have tea, rice, sugar, and flour. And so I'm making sure I'm doing space because I want to be able to trim these down into really neat squares for the customer. So let's go ahead and see if I can put a couple more in here. So rice, tea, let's go ahead and put some coffee. So we have that all set. Pasta, and then we can probably fit one more tea right here. So this way we have a whole sheet, but we can break this up with multiple customers. So right here, we have a ton of labels, and I'm going to cut these to show you them as well. So before I cut, you want to make sure you just go ahead and weld all your overlapping text. So I'm just going to grab this whole thing and then weld. So now all my overlapping lines are gone. You may have things like the dots on your eyes that are not together, so you just want to go ahead and group these parts that are separate. So I'm just grabbing these and doing Control G. So we have these set up, and it works out pretty well. So we have this all set. So we're going to go ahead and I'm just going to cut squares around these. These are not necessarily for distribution, but it's really so that when we weed this, we're not accidentally touching our vinyl on another piece of vinyl and ruining this whole sheet. So this allows us to weed this in small increments as opposed to one big sheet, which also helps save material because you don't want to risk your FDC vinyl folding over on itself and then you have to redo your cuts. So we're going to continue to do that, and then I'm actually going to show you another way that we can do that. So let's say we have our labels here. I'm going to copy these and put these in this document over here. So we have these little flourishes. So these are from our Crest mini pack over at therhinestoneworld.com. So one thing that you can do is you can kind of take your design, and let's say we want to go ahead and do a frame on it. So we can bring this over, bring this side of it, and now obviously this is a little bit too big, so we're going to take these and we're going to shrink them down. So I'm going to grab this, hold down Shift, and I'm basically going to make these just a little bit taller than my text. So you can see if I bring this up, I like it like that, and now I can bring this right here. So now I have this fun little label that I'm going to just go over to my Align panel, line on the middle. So now we have these fun labels that are super easy to do, and now you can charge even more. So these could probably be $3 a piece up to $5 a piece, and you're not using a whole lot more space. So we can go over here, grab this one, hold down Alt, make a copy, And now I can go ahead and grab another one and basically do another sheet of these labels that are going to be some easy projects and some fun profits. So we're going to go over and I'm going to cut these to show you how to weed them, and then we're going to just kind of set them up as a package to show you how you can make some pretty good money doing pantry labels. I have both versions of our labels cut. So this is, again, a foot of vinyl each, so 12 inches by 12 inches. And now this is really useful because in reality we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. So we have 19 labels on here. Let's say you sell them anywhere between 50 cents to $1 a piece. Well, you already have, you know, basically $15 here that you're able to sell with this. So it's really good profits for spending as little as 45 cents on this vinyl. And then we have these labels, excuse me. These, of course, I would charge at least $1.50 for. These make great sets, and because of the embellishments, they kind of go for a little bit more. So if we have this set, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 13. You do that for $1.50, you know, you're adding up. You have a lot that you're able to do with this. So again, a lot of good profits. These embellishments from the crest pack are a great thing to add to it because it easily brings up the value and you're not using that much more space. So we're gonna go ahead and cover this and kind of get this packaged. So this, you know, you have a couple duplicates, so you wouldn't do a full set with it, but you have a decent amount that you can use with this. So let's go ahead and kind of figure out how long we're going to cut our tape. So I'm going to apply tape to the whole sheet and then use a paper trimmer to trim it down closer. So we're going to kind of go right here. I'm going to drop this in the middle and then bring that down. And then before I burnish it, I'm just going to go ahead and cut my second piece just so I'm ready. So the trick is to put your tape over your design with the non-sticky side down first to figure out how big you should cut it. And then I just started my little cut, and then I'm going to keep going. So I'm going to go ahead and drop this. Now we have our first one. Let's go ahead and burnish it. And we're just going to grab this one and cover this one as well. So pretty simple. I applied it a little crooked, but that's okay. And then of course, if you wanted to cut this separately and then put the tape on, you can totally do that. For me, when I do a big set like this, I think it's a lot easier to cover the whole thing with tape and then trim it down once I'm done with that. Let's go ahead and grab this. So now we have these all set. So now I can just take my scissors and trim this down. And now you have these nice clean edges with your decals. And of course, if you want it to look a little bit nicer, you can always take a paper trimmer. So I have one right here. And you can go ahead and just put this down here. Kind of line that up. Bring this down. Oh, and that's my perforating one. We can go right here. And then I want to straighten this out. It's a little rough. And now you have nice little labels all set to go. So the great thing about this is that this is really only like 10 or 20 cents of material, but you can easily charge 50 to $1. Then of course, the more you do, the more you can sell, and the more you can make money off of this. So these are easy projects. They don't take long, and they're great because all you have to do is set them up beforehand, and then they basically sell themselves. So if you have any more questions, you can email us at info@therhinestoneworld.com, or you can comment below.